Alright, this chapter was really amazing because it had some really fundamental things that talked about, and I'm going to talk about. I really want to do it in really short bits to be like that because otherwise I wouldn't think I can get everything out of it that I want to get out of it. So I want to do it like that. But it's only my opinion. So if you don't think that's the right way to do it, well, that's too bad, but I will give it a try at least. So still, Sinbad of yeah, no, not Sinbad. Oh please, already ruining everything. Alibaba, that's it. With Judah, still in that wicked, strange world that probably nobody knows about. Later will be explained. So they're like figuring out where they are, and Alibaba is making these crosses with stones to know, like, here are we already been there, and so we don't have to go there. But he's looking for somebody, and really Judah's getting pissed off. Um, he's like getting higher, and sees, like, when he looks at the ground, he sees nothing because it's pitch dark, and he's like, what the hell is happening here? What is this freaking world? And he's like, well, I don't know exactly what it is, but I'm trying to make with these crosses like the world that I know where I have been. And he's like, yeah, well, you know something I don't? And he's like really quiet. And at that point, I was like, what doesn't Alibaba know what Judah doesn't know? What happened to him in the whole concept? Really getting back on that really quick on this, because now at this point I understand, like, I know what he went through and what happened to him. So let's go quick to that. At first they're like bungling on that staff, and they're falling down, and like, oh shit, we're falling in the depth. And then they're like, whoa, what is this? What are we falling on? A white shiny wall or stuff like that. And then, like, they come to that big dragon. You must have known it. It was, I don't know what it is, but let's go for now white dragon, because I couldn't find anything more about it. It's a long way ago that we saw that with Solomon, and he was talking about that when he wanted to create the new world. I guess it was that at some point, and with all the new dimensions that he visited. But let's go back on it. And he's like, oh, maybe Mother Dragon, that's something I should call it. But she was a spiritual dragon that lived for a long time, way before everybody else, and knows really much. But alright, just get back on it. Aladdin wants to talk about her. And then we got at some point, like, she says, like, you, it's really strange because you are really fresh and young, but something in you looks like you've been for a couple hundred of years around, and that's really strange. Like, Judah's like, what is that? Please explain. And then he's like, well, I've been in this other dimension for a couple, felt like 100 years. So we don't know exactly if it 100 years is, but it must be a really long time, because he says, like, it felt like 100 years. And if you think about what you can do with 100 of years in time to spare, considering that you're somewhere else, like today you fall somewhere and you got 100 of years to use in some sort of way. So you are not yourself, but like in your mind thinking about stuff. Well, that's a lot of time, and you can grow a lot from that only. So he's been there, he's done that. So now Judah's thinking like, oh shit, he knows stuff, and he have thought about stuff, and he's really grown something, but he doesn't tell Judah. And then the mother dragon says, like, well, when they asking her, like, can we go back to our world? She says, like, well, I can't say it to be honest, but this is your world. And they're like, what is this bullshit? And really, for me to grasp this concept about it, it's a dark continent, something like that. It looks a bit of like Hunter x Hunter. I don't know about it. Maybe in more dimensions, that it is in the same place, really to the north. I don't know exactly, or down below. It's really strange still for me to grasp it and understand it, but it's really awesome, and I'm really looking forward how they're gonna escape it. And Alibaba, of course, what does he know more? Well, I hope you liked this review. I really did my best to get everything to you and talk about it. Please give it a thumbs up if you like it. Leave a comment behind on what your thoughts are about this subject and what Alibaba has done in this past 100 years, to say it like that. And subscribe, that would be really awesome and really nice for me. And I hope I'll see you next time.